My. Good evening, podcast people, and all those out there in Facebook world. How y'all doing today? Can you say hey?
Hey, hi, welcome everybody.
Time for another episode of your favorite podcast, Things My Mother Never Told Me. Today we
Yeah.
got another one of our special guests on here.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, what we're gonna do is read your bio, and then we're gonna jump in and ask you a few questions and let you tell your story.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right, everybody. Welcome. Travis Wilder is a God-made serial entrepreneur from Detroit, Michigan. Born to Willie and Gloria Wilder, he was born to always serve people, especially the people of his hometown of Detroit. Growing up as a PK kid, all right, Travis was always in church, especially as a young kid. From being in the children's choir to being the church drummer, Travis has always served the Lord in some way, shape, or form. Going to church and serving the Lord wasn't an option in the Wilder household, and when he grew older, the foundation was already laid. So he knew that God was ahead of his life and he would serve him forever. Travis attended Ferndale High School, where he was a sports writer on the school's newspaper staff. He also lettered in basketball and track. He went on to continue his basketball and academic career at Elmira College in upstate New York. Also, during his time in Elmira, Travis was presented with an opportunity to intern on Wall Street at the New York Stock Exchange in New York City. Travis gained valuable experience and insight into the crazy world of the financial services industry. Upon graduating, he jumped right into the corporate world and started a long career with Quicken Loans Mortgage Company. It was at Quicken Loans where Travis knew he wanted to go into business for himself, and that entrepreneurship was his ultimate goal. In 2011, Travis and his partner, Cornell Mann, formed C&T 413 LLC, which is a multifaceted lifestyle brand. Under that umbrella, he launched Spiritual Sports Socks. I wore mine already. Thank you.
No problem. No
A
problem.
custom sock brand. And God got me a Christian apparel and lifestyle brand. They own a total of 7 trademarks with the United States Patent and Trademark Office and are currently working on launching other brands. Travis is also a partner in another entity with his 4 childhood best friends, and they are currently working on something special for the culture that they will be launching somewhere in 2022. Travis is happily married to his beautiful wife of 6 years, Shelby, and they have an amazing 5-year-old son named Maverick, who is their pride and joy. All right, Travis, creator of the God Got Me store. All right,
All right.
welcome.
All right. How you doing, brother?
All right. All right. Thank y'all for having me. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here. So
Thank
appreciate
you. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Jamisha recommend you, we got to give you a look.
it. No, right. Right. Absolutely. Shout
Right.
out to Jamisha.
Right.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. So Tina read your bio, but I want something that she didn't read. I want to ask you about before we get into the meat.
Okay.
So you was a sports star, and I
I did all right, Damon. Hey,
yeah.
after watching y'all daughter, after watching her podcast when she was on y'all show, my accolades they not up there with hers, but I did my thing a little bit.
Right. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
'cause I think it's well worth mentioning out there. We don't concentrate on sports only, but because we more diverse than that. But it's well
Sure.
worth mentioning because you said that you hold a school record for most points in a half, 30, most 3-point games in the game, most 3-point field goals in the game and a half.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you was one of the speakers at your high school graduation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that. That's called diversification.
Mhm.
Hey,
Yeah.
how did it feel draining all them threes?
Man, Damon, everybody asks me that when they hear about it. And it was how you hear about, especially in the basketball game, as you guys know, watching your daughter, this zone, right?
Right,
Quote
right.
unquote the zone, being
Right.
in the zone and being hot. And I can honestly say that game, I was in the zone. It was like the basket was this big, and I felt like everything I threw up was going in. So
Right.
it was a good feeling, man. And that particular game, one of my good best friends, Leonard,
Mhm.
he was hospitalized at school that day, and we didn't know what happened. And so we were getting on the bus to go to the game out in Pontiac, and our head coach, he just told us, Leonard, he's at the hospital in emergency. So, but he didn't know what happened. And as a 16, 17-year-old kid, you hear that and you're like, oh man, like, is our friend dying? You know what I mean? So our heads wasn't in the game. I mean, we got down by as many as like 20 points in the first half. And coach, my high school coach, Coach McNeil, he chewed us out at halftime. And, it sparked the nerve. And I hit one in the beginning of the second half, and then another one, and then another one. And like I say, the basket just got this big. And so, yeah, I had 30 points and 8 3-point baskets in the second half. And we end up coming back winning by about 8 or 9 points. So it was a good feeling, man. It's something that probably the highlight of my sports career, for sure.
Exactly.
It was a good thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, you knew he was gonna mention that.
Well, I mean, it ain't look, if you got a sports career and you got something that you can remember, it ain't nothing like it.
Absolutely.
And see, after we post this podcast, it'll be around a little bit longer.
I know that's right.
Your legend your legend gonna grow.
Right. I appreciate that.
Right. So let's get into it. So you called yourself a serial entrepreneur. So let's talk about how, it was in your bio, but I want you to tell your story how that spark got lit and how you proceeded with it. So go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, Damon. So I guess my parents, that's where like the initial the fire was initially ignited.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, I remember he was always into real estate when I was growing up. And he worked, both of my parents retired from Ford Motor Company. I grew up middle class. My parents was very hardworking. And my dad, he started getting into his side hustles in the real estate game when I was a little boy. And, I watched him. He managed his own properties. He picked out his tenants. So I used to watch him, write out his receipt books and, handle all the business behind it. And I used to go with him sometimes when he would go and work on some things on his homes, talk to his tenants. And, I just always knew my dad is a boss man, like his own boss. I knew he had his job at Ford, but I always saw him making his own money as well on the side. So that's where it initially ignited that spark in me. I'm like, one day, I want to be my own boss and I want to own something. My dad, he put into me at an early age, ownership as well. I remember when I graduated from college, I came home and I got a corporate job at Quicken Loans right out of college. Right. And, I was making pretty good money for, a 22-year-old. And I wanted to get my own apartment. And my dad, he said, no. He's like, I don't never want you to rent. And I didn't understand it then. I'm like, well, I'm making my own money. Like, I want my own place. He said, nope, you're going to stay here for 2 years, stack up your money. You're going to buy your first house. Okay. And so, he embedded that in me. And that's something that I'm going to pass down to my son. So, that ownership, owning your own and being your own boss, I got that from my dad.
Okay.
All right. Very good. That's what I'm saying.
Right. So, and I know you because my son actually he works at Quicken Loans now, and
Jamisha told me that. Yeah, okay, she did tell me. Yeah,
yeah. So I know a little bit about that culture there. So that had to be a wonderful experience because well, you tell me.
Yeah, it was, Damon. It like I said, I got a pretty good position coming out of college. I was a loan analyst. That's what the position was called back then, but it was a processor and it was like introductory to underwriting as well. Okay. And so I learned the mortgage game, frontwards and backwards. I learned all about, what it takes, what your credit had to be to get a mortgage, what a mortgage was, appraisals, everything that went into buying a home. So, that was something that, that it was very valuable. I learned a lot. We worked hard, but I got a lot out of it and I learned a lot from Dan Gilbert. I wasn't working directly with him, but I remember he used to come around the office and it was just amazing, as the company grew and the more he built his portfolio owning the Cleveland Cavaliers, just starting all these startup companies, that also inspired me, to want to, do my own thing as well.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and with your father being into, real estate and properties, And now you
Yep.
had the back part of it. So
Right.
hey, you
Exactly.
was on your way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Look
Yep.
at God ordering your path,
Yeah, right.
ordering your
Absolutely.
steps like that.
Right. So
Yes.
yeah, because that so from there you decided to make the leap into doing your thing. So did you when you started your own stuff, you and your partner, did you just leave Quicken Loans, or did you do it bit by bit?
Nope. I'm glad you mentioned that, Damon, because a lot of a lot of people think that you have to leave your corporate job or your regular job to
Mm-hmm.
start a side hustle or business. And that's not the case. To me, it's you use that to fuel your side hustle or your side business.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm still to this day, I'm a mortgage underwriter.
Okay.
By day, and then by night, that's when I put on my cape and I do the entrepreneur thing.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
nope, I'm me and my partner as well. He's a full-time. He's actually a basketball coach. He's the assistant coach at University of Missouri men's
Oh, okay.
basketball.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, Cornell man. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Because when
So
I saw that, I was trying to play. He's not in the famous basketball man family, is he? From Detroit.
yeah,
Cyrus Man. God, I can't think of the youngest brother name, but it was a bunch of them. They went to Southeastern High School. One of them with the King. They were basketball legends in their day.
oh, okay. No, they all went to Ferndale as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a little before your time.
Yeah.
That's a story for another day.
Right.
You might like that story, but because it was crazy. Okay, so let's talk about your ventures then, because for sure I know this wasn't the first one, but since it's right there like hitting everybody in the face, God got me. God got
Yeah.
me.
No, but you know what? I wanted to go back to
Hold on just a second.
when he worked for the New York Stock Exchange.
Oh,
Were you on the floor, or what was you doing there?
Yeah. So I was an intern, and I was right there on the floor, and
Oh my God.
it's crazy, just like you see on TV. I mean,
Yes.
right.
the stockbrokers running rampant, running crazy with these tickets, with the orders for the stocks. Some of them cussing each other out if they mess up some money, and it was wild. It was, but as a 19, I was 19 or I was it was the summer going into my junior year, so I was 19 or 20,
Mm-hmm.
and it was an excellent experience though. Like it opened my eyes to, first off, they put me up in an apartment, and me and one of my college teammates, right in New York City, in the heart of Manhattan.
Okay.
They put us in an apartment at Columbia University, and just gained valuable experience, made lifelong connections.
Yeah.
And I learned, that was my introduction. Not really the introduction, because my dad, he was off into the stock game too back in the day. But
Okay.
that further, broadened my stock knowledge and my, my
Right.
stock expertise as
Right.
well. So,
Right.
but yeah, it was an excellent experience. Yeah, that was one of the highlights of my college career as well. I gained a lot of
I
experience
bet
doing
you
that.
did. So
Yeah.
what was your major?
Business administration.
Business
With
administration.
specialization in marketing. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right then.
Now look, wink, wink. That wasn't a basketball perk too, was it?
Right. So actually, Damon, so how I got the internship, it was one of the trustees of my school. He was a basketball alum from my college.
Uh-huh.
And so he made the connection. So yeah, the internship, I guess you could say that was a basketball perk.
We ain't gonna just say it like that, but it could have been.
Right. Yeah.
You just met people.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, that's good. Because we talked with some of our earlier guests about the importance of doing internships whenever they were available. And if you didn't know anything about them, try to search them out, because they are so valuable. It's, if nothing else, it's a networking tool.
And not only that,
Absolutely.
they pay way more than minimum wage too.
They do now.
Absolutely.
When we was in school, a internship meant that you got about $2 an hour and some kind of credit somewhere. Oh, I know what it was. That added to your financial aid.
Yeah, your college work study.
Right, with college work study.
Study, right.
That was their idea.
That'll help you pay some of your tuition. That's all.
Right. Okay, so you did that, and you went to Quicken Loans, and then it's 2011. That's where I'm at now. So you formed C&T 413 LLC.
Yep.
So let's talk about that.
Okay. So upon graduating and entered the workforce, my partner Cornell and Cornell, he's my my high school basketball coach's nephew.
Okay.
So we always had a relationship. So he would train me during the summertime because he was always a basketball coach.
Okay.
So he would train me in the summertime, and then we formed a lifelong friendship. We became like brothers.
Okay.
And so we started bouncing ideas off each other. And so the first step was first to establish our LLC here in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
And so C&T, that's the initials of our names, Cornell and Travis. And then we got the 413 from both of our favorite Bible verse,
Okay.
Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so we established the LLC, and then our first brand, Spiritual Sports Socks, that was actually birthed from a dream that I had in college.
Okay.
So I had a dream one night, and all I could see was sports, socks, and and spiritual scriptures. I've seen scripture. So I didn't really know what it meant. So I do like a lot of us do when we have dreams. I ignored it.
Mm-hmm.
And so fast forward years later, when I graduated, I came home, I had the same dream. And it was at that point I pieced it together. I'm like, God giving me a nudge to start this business.
Okay.
And so I started researching, how to make the socks, researching with manufacturers overseas to get my materials and everything. And that was our first business.
Okay.
Cornell and I, he put up the initial investment, and we just got to work,
All right.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I love them.
Right.
I wore mine
Thank you.
already too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So you almost sound like a candidate for Shark Tank, but
I'm waiting on it too.
that's another.
Yeah.
We go get that.
Yeah, that's right. That's for you to decide. And so I'm gonna ask the question: how's that going?
Very well, Damon. We've been rolling now. Formed the LLC in 11. I think we launched that in 13. So 8 years running, 8 years doing anything. That consistency, I'm proud of ourselves, man. We just we building our network, our clientele. We getting steady orders. I've done work for a bunch of Detroit sports teams, youth football leagues, basketball leagues, high schools, AAU teams. I do charity. We give away about 300 pair of socks to the homeless every year.
Okay.
Every October, with a friend of mine, Erica. She has a platform called One Mother to Another.
Mm-hmm.
She's another good candidate for your show.
Yeah, I thought about that when you said that.
Yeah, yep. So she has an organization that is for single mothers, and she does a lot in the community, helping the homeless and stuff. So I donate a lot of socks to her organization every October. She has an event called Socktober, and so it's all about inspiring. That's what our company is about. It's about encouraging, inspiring, and motivating.
Right.
However we can. And it just so happened that God gave us the vision to do socks, and the God Got Me brand to do that. So
cool.
Well, that's how putting God first to do you.
Right. And like you said, you've been doing it for 8 years, so you're doing something.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You're doing something. That's for sure. So you did the sock thing, and then you're doing the God Got Me apparel. So let's talk about how that's rolling.
Okay. So with that one, Damon, so when we established our LLC, there were certain slogans and phrases that we knew we wanted to do something with, and legal wise, we wanted to trademark it before we put anything on any product.
Right.
We wanted to protect our business, make sure it wasn't any other businesses out there. Make sure we were not committing trademark copyright infringement.
Mm-hmm.
So back when we trademarked Spiritual Sports Socks, the God Got Me slogan, it wasn't taken, which I was amazed at, because it's such a common
powerful
phrase.
Mm-hmm.
And so we trademarked that back then when we trademarked everything else.
Right.
And we kind of just kept it on the shelf. And so once this pandemic hit last year, a light bulb went off. You know, people was losing hope, you know, most importantly, losing lives. And, you know,
Right.
and it was like, you know, God got me. This is a good reminder that, you know, we're going through a pandemic now. We're going through adversity right now, but we will, with God on our side, we'll come out on the other side of it. And so we launched it last May, like right at the height of the pandemic.
Right. Okay.
And it's been taking off. Like, I mean, it's been going crazy. Like it's been God been showing out, man. Like you know, I have our website is like attached to my phone. So every time I get an order, you know, I get like a text message notification, and every day it's just blinging and bling. I got to turn it off sometimes because it's just been going so well, and it's just been a blessing.
Good,
wonderful.
Good. And you know, it's funny. Well, it ain't funny. I mean, that you say that because for everybody who had an ear and would listen to God's voice when this pandemic hit, something came out of it for them.
Absolutely.
Something positive, because this podcast would not exist. Probably would not exist if it wasn't for the pandemic.
Yep.
Because you know, I wanted to do one, but I just, you know, whatever.
Just right. Just not
whatever. Right. And so I started doing something else. You know, I'll tell you my little story. I got a little voice to just people need some encouragement, like you were saying. And so we started playing gospel music on Facebook. And did it for an hour. And we started, and I look back, we started on April the 1st and just went every day at 4:30, just playing gospel music, playing gospel. And we had people was, you know, that was off work or getting off work or at work, or, you know, were tuning in, you know, Facebook, everybody on Facebook. So they was coming back.
Of course.
and so we got a decent little following, and then we went to Mixcloud from there. And then that's how the podcast was birthed.
Wow.
And it was out of that idea that people need some encouragement. Yeah. And they need some spiritual encouragement, because, you know, at the time everybody was playing hip hop and whatever on music, right? But nobody playing gospel. So so that's good. And so so let me do this. I'm gonna get you before we jump into something else. I'm gonna ask you a little early because she got her little notes here.
I ain't got my little notes.
Only because I'm talking about the thing. So the title is Things My Mother Never Told Me. And you watched a few episodes, so you know that we ask all our guests, is there something that you've encountered on your journey that your mother just didn't prepare you for? Not that she, you know, was bad or anything, but she just, it just wasn't something that was a topic of discussion.
And I've been thinking about this ever since we exchanging emails. I'm like, man, that's a good question. Like, you know, I think my mom did a pretty good job.
Right.
I know,
but but came up with was it's two things. She never really told me that, and I guess she never thought about it because she never knew I was going to turn into an entrepreneur businessman. But she never told me that all of my family and friends wouldn't support me.
They would not.
Right.
Okay.
And another thing, she didn't tell me that parenting was hard because her and my dad made it look so easy. And now that I'm a parent, it's like, and I only got one. Me and Shelby only got one son, and it's a everyday. It's another job.
It's a
you
job.
know. And, but it's so fun and it's so fulfilling. You know, every day we wake up, I just look at that little boy, man, and I see God's blessing, man. But but it's hard work, you know. That's my little alter ego running around, and, you know, just trying to mold him into you guys know, especially in, you know, what we're dealing with in today's society with he's a young Black boy, so that's constantly on my mind. Teaching them the right morals, and, you know, teaching them about if you ever get pulled over by the police, you know, what you need to do, you know, stuff that just I shouldn't have to teach them, but, you know, it's just it is what it is.
And you have to, like you said, you have to start them early. Like you said, you already got a good start because you're teaching them to see Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That,
absolutely.
like you said, you know what I'm saying? And that's the main thing. And then, like you said, everything, you know, we got to teach them to act right, respect elders, you know, respect authority. So we got to do all that stuff.
And the sad part is that sometimes that ain't even enough.
I know
Exactly,
but
Damon.
you got to teach them
Exactly.
early. Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
Yep.
you got to start early.
Right, but we got to do our part. So yeah, and you know the thing is that with you guys, with your generation, it's more in your face that you got to
Yes.
do that.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
For us, it wasn't. It was, we had our instances and stuff, but it didn't seem much like what you guys is going through because we lived through stress,
Yeah.
And they were something else. But
Yeah.
and I even had dealings with them, but they never did anything to it because we always ignored them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now you can't do that.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
can't. You got to face it.
Yeah, because you try to ignore them and they gonna get mad, and then you're really gonna be in trouble. So
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. So it's a sad time, but it's a good time. I mean, as long as we keep God on our side, we'll be all right.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully some of that crazy stuff will make us better, stronger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing that your family ain't gonna support you well.
I already know because my brother was trying to
Yeah.
start, like you said, he was into homes and stuff, renovating homes and stuff like that for
Mhm.
single mothers with children. And like you said, when it came time to investment, he wouldn't do
Yeah.
it. He
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
do it.
Well,
Yeah.
the
He
sad
started
part.
out with a little, like you said, I started out giving him a little stipend and, 500 here, maybe 500 there. And then, like you said, he went to an outside. But I'm just saying because just to let them know, because everybody usually trusts me. So they was
Right.
like, well, she doing it, then maybe,
Yeah.
that was the ploy he came to me with anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then, like you said,
But
30,000
it,
and all that. Yeah, but other folks.
Go ahead. Go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say, and just piggybacking off of that, I don't hark on it though.
Right.
It's up to me to make a quality product, and I focus on my customers who do patronize my business. So I
Right.
don't let that, because a lot of us go in business and we automatically think, hey, our people, all of our people that we know, they
Right.
gonna buy a shirt. If everybody I know buy a shirt, I got 5,000 Facebook friends. Everybody bought a shirt, man.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
it's just not the reality, and it's just up to me to continue to create quality products, and I just focus on my customer base that does support me. So
That's right.
and it's
That's right.
motivation,
Sure.
it's
Sure.
motivation.
Right. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we really can't expect them to.
That's it.
You, you,
Exactly, man.
you,
No,
Absolutely,
no.
absolutely.
you
It's
know,
no law that say,
right.
So
That's all right. They'll see you when it's family reunion time.
I don't know if you saw the one episode we had where we talked about the black tax.
Yeah.
I think I saw that one. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
go back and check that one out.
That's the one with Hannah Brooks. It says advocacy, I think is the title.
Okay.
It was in January, but yeah, we talked about the black tax. That's when you make it and everybody in your family
Oh, right,
Everybody coming for that.
start calling you
Yeah, yeah. Cousins coming out the woodwork.
out the
Yeah,
woodwork.
I need my car note paid. I
Right.
need the website paid.
Oh.
But yeah, when I was asking for money to start up the little business.
Yeah, but that's when the black tax kick in.
Right.
So yeah, so you were right. So you know it. You just didn't know that title.
Right. Exactly. I know exactly what that means.
Right. Exactly. So it like they say, it is what it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you see? What do you see your next steps as you move forward with your ventures?
Just continue to grow, Damon. We got a lot coming down the pipeline. As y'all see, this is a sweatshirt. So we make t-shirts, sweatshirts, socks,
Mhm.
hoodies, hats,
Right.
winter hats. We got shorts. We working on some shorts.
Oh, okay.
We working on tank tops. I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, we're gonna do swimwear with the brand. I mean, we're just gonna expand. It's big. Whatever our customers want. We get emails weekly. Customers, requesting different color combinations and other products.
Yeah.
Right.
So I could just see the brand growing. I mean, we're gonna do home product, pillowcases. I mean,
Okay.
it's endless. We just have so much coming down the pipeline,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and I'm just excited to see where God takes the brand.
Right.
Oh yeah. Because I was up there saying too, I was like, dang, I want me some shorts, but God got me on the side, running down the side. I sure was. Right. And like you said, it's so encouraging and inspirational, and that's what and that's why I fell in. And like I said, I like the color of the t-shirt. I like the way it fits. It's it fits my neck comfortably. Sleeves is perfect, not too too baggy on the sides. It's like, oh, this is perfect. So yeah, I can stick my chest out and really
appreciate it.
Don't stick it out too far.
Right. Oh man.
Yeah. See, I cracked that. I was gonna crack another joke. We used to put the shorts. Yeah, put it on the side. Just make sure it's on the side. Make sure it's on the side. You know how some of us is.
Oh, wear it across the butt like pink.
Yeah, like pink.
Yeah.
Right. So what do you do? Oh, so what do you do when you're not creating? You're not at the 9 to 5, and also. So what do you do?
Oh man, Damon, my mind always in entrepreneur mode, man. But before underwriter and before entrepreneur, I'm a husband and a father.
Right.
So when I'm done with my 9 to 5, usually I make a post office run, ship packages off, and then I'm back home, and that's Shelby and Maverick time. It's dinner with the family. Read to Maverick. Spend time with him before he goes to bed, and then Shelby, she's a workaholic too, so we usually got our laptops together working, and but yeah, spending that time, and then once they go to bed, I sacrifice my little sleep. I usually stay up. On average, I don't go to sleep till probably 2:33 because I'm up working on the brand. Yep, and then that's just like my quiet time when I can come down to my office and really think clear, and I put my music on and just get to work. That's my habitat. Right. I've always stayed up, been a night owl, so staying up late is nothing for me. But yeah, I mean, I do like to, we like to travel. Obviously the pandemic, shut that down a little bit, but traveling, watching movies, hanging out with my friends, that's stuff I like to do.
Good. Yeah, because my daughter has a little business too, like you said, and she.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I heard that on the.
Yeah, like you said, I got the sweatshirt, sweatpants, I got everything, and I love it because we're in a time now where casual is booming.
Yeah, casual.
Exactly.
Casual is king.
It is booming. So, like you said, get it out right now. Where what I'm saying.
Yep.
Even the big brands, they trying to come up with a different color, different stripe, trying to beat y'all out, but y'all keep rolling.
Yeah, keep pushing.
I love it. Yep, this is a time as this.
So let me ask you a question. I'm being nosy.
It's all good, then.
How'd y'all come with the name Maverick?
That's all Shelby. so when Shelby and I got engaged, when we got married, I mean, we had already talked about how many kids we wanted to have, and did we have a preference for boy or girl? And so Shelby had a name picked out for if we had a boy or a girl. So it was, yep. So hey, she told me the name.
That's a nice big name too. Yeah, Maverick is a big name too.
Yeah.
So she told me the names, Damon, and I was cool with it. I liked them both. It was a girl. It was gonna be Bella, and if it was a son, it was gonna be Maverick. So
that's Bella.
I was cool with both of them.
Name.
Right, because one of our friends from church, her daughter's name Bella.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because as soon as I seen Maverick, I wrote it down. I was like, oh, his son named Maverick. I wrote it down.
Yep. And let me tell y'all, he is every bit of his name, because the meaning of Maverick is strong, his own man, strong personality, and we picked the right name for him because he is exactly that for sure.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's all right. He'll mini me. Yes, he is. He'll mini me.
Yeah, because we got too many young black men that are followers and not willing to strike out on their own and be their own man. So yeah, we need more of those. So that's good. That's good. Keep training the young soldier up so he'll be what he need to be.
Yep.
The children of the baby boomers.
Go ahead.
Yep. No, I was just saying, it's funny you mentioned that last comment, Damon, because when I first knew we were having a boy, everybody was like, I know he's gonna be a junior. I know you're gonna name him after you. And he has my middle name, but I kind of wanted him to blaze his own trail. So I wanted to give him his own, first namesake. And I just, we have the same middle name, but I wanted him to, create his own identity and his own legacy.
Right, right. Well, my son has my middle name.
Okay.
So I'm feeling you on that.
Yep. Great minds think alike.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what I need for you now is I see it behind you, but tell folks how they can get in contact with you to check out your merchandise.
Absolutely. So God Got Me Store. That's the website. And then on all social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram is at God Got Me Store. All one word.
Okay.
And there you can, the website, you can email us if you have any questions, comments. We're 100% online retailer. That's another thing that helped us out in the pandemic, because my partner and I, we were seeking out some commercial retail space. And then, once the pandemic hit, it was like, okay, well, we're already an online brand. So we're growing our online presence. That means once the pandemic is over and we can get a small retail space, we already kind of created an online name for ourselves. So people kind of want to come check out the storefront. Right. So
exactly.
So it all worked out. Like you said in the beginning, Damon, the pandemic, a lot of bad obviously has come out of it. I lost an aunt back in November from it.
Sorry to hear
and
that.
But out of the pandemic, I launched this brand, and so many people, I get so many emails and direct messages on Facebook and Instagram, just tell me how inspired they are. Like when they put this on, they having a bad day or they going through something, they put this on and just remind themselves of their faith in God and how it keeps them going.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why we, created the brand, is to just be a sense of hope in these dark times that we're living in right now. So
yes, thank you for pushing the love. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So then I guess I'll ask this other question just from that, and I think I almost already know the answer. So what do you do to recharge your battery? Because when people are out here trying to spread hope and love and that kind of thing, you need to be recharged too. So what do you do to recharge your battery?
That's a great question. So every morning, Damon, when I get up, I take Maverick to school. We'll have family prayer before we leave the house. Wonderful. And then Maverick and I, on our way to school, I have a gospel playlist that I listen to every morning. Like that's the first thing I listen to.
Okay.
So I put the gospel playlist on in the car, me and Maverick, drop him off at school, and then listen to the gospel on the way back home. It's a gospel playlist of about 30 songs. So then I'll start my day. I continue to have that playlist playing while I'm, checking my emails and just getting ready for the day. And that's my long time with God. After I drop Maverick off, that gospel music that gives me the inspirational and the fuel I need to attack the day. Okay. And it really helps, man. Every morning, like it just hearing those words and those songs.
Yes.
Right.
That just gets me going. Even if I'm going through something, just listening to that gives me the hope and the encouragement to just keep pushing.
Okay. Sounds good. I like that too.
That early morning gospel always playing in my car, all that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And now I got some t-shirts.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get some shorts with my sign on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I told him. Well, I'm glad he always pushing the love. That's one of the things when I downloaded and looked it up.
Right.
He's always pushing the love. We are pushing love.
Yeah.
I like that.
Absolutely.
So is that going to be on one of your upcoming piece of apparel or no?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That's we have a specific design about pushing love. And we have a couple other new designs that's coming out here in the springtime.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And I want some more favorite scriptures on socks.
Oh, I got you.
When my feet be up and there, I was like, oh, take a picture of me wearing my socks.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some special socks I'm gonna send y'all. It's a surprise, so be on the lookout for that.
Yes, okay. yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know. I'm loving you, Travis. I am. Thank you.
So next thing I want to ask you, but we got a few more minutes. Is you got 7 trademarks?
Yes, sir.
So how did that process go for you?
So initially, Damon, and it's all trial and error. that's one thing I want to really stress to up and coming entrepreneurs and people who want to start something. You don't wait until you're an expert, or don't wait until you think you need all the answers. You got to learn as you go. Life is all about experiences and trial and error.
Right.
And so, we had reached out initially to some trademark attorneys, and the fees were just through the roof. So, Google and YouTube, they're so powerful, man. The internet, I like to call it the gift and the curse, because there's so much bad stuff on the internet, but some of the tools on the internet, you can really, businesses, you can get started every day just by using the internet.
Right.
So I researched, I went to the United States Patent and Trademark Office website, and I looked at the form, how to fill out, how to file a trademark. And I'm like, this is simple. I can do it. I don't need an attorney to do this for me. You know what I mean? And
right.
I filed one. We got the certificate back. I'm like, well, I must have did it right.
Right.
So then I did all of our other trademarks on my own.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a basic form. It's about $300 per trademark. But like I said, that protects you from somebody else using, your logo or your slogan.
Right.
And just recently, I found about 3 or 4 companies that's using the Guy Got Me name on shirts.
Really?
And yep. And actually, Master P, the rapper, y'all heard it?
Yeah.
He had on. I follow him on Instagram because he's one of my one of my idols that I follow.
Right.
Because I just respect what he done from where he came from.
Right.
And he had on a sweatshirt. He was working out, and it said "God got me." And so I was talking to Shelby, and I said, instead of like trying to get my attorney to like go after him to sue him, what I did was I made a post. I'll send it to you too, Damon. I said, I reposted that picture, and I said, hey, friends and family, Master P is one of my idols. Tag him in this post, and because I want to do a collaboration with him, his brand and my brand. And I did a special Master P edition of the Guy Got Me shirt. And so I had 100 people tag Master P in that post. And so I sent him an actual package. So I'm waiting to hear back. But yeah, so then the other companies, I have a letter drawn up. So the first step is it's called cease and desist. Yep. So you basically send a letter to these companies, along with your trademark certificate, showing them your serial number that you own it. And then you just let them know that they need to stop using it for profit, or you will take them to court or whatever. So I have that letter drawn up. I haven't sent it yet, but as my brand grows, those other companies are actually helping my brand though, because when you Google "Guy Got Me," like I'm one of the first brands that shows up, pops up.
Right.
So it's all strategic. But yeah, just to any other inspiring entrepreneurs, make sure you do the legal paperwork first before you start putting the product out, because it could hurt you in the long run.
Yes, it can. And the thing about it with the patent application, which what scares people is that it says on the application, if you fill it out wrong, then there's a problem. And you got to resubmit it. I think you got to resubmit the fee too, don't you? If you do it wrong.
Yep. It's a smaller fee, but you do have to resubmit
the fee. And so that scares people from trying to do it, and they'll, if they do it, they'll go with a lawyer, because you got to fill it out right. It has to be
exactly
right. So
yeah,
absolutely. There's no room for error in the process.
That's it.
So how long did it take from the time that you submitted it that your patent came back?
About, they say it could take up to about 6 months.
Yeah,
but mine was pretty quick, man. Like I think it came back in like 3 months.
Oh,
or something.
Okay.
They sent me the certificate. With the raised seal. Yep.
Okay, not bad.
Wonderful.
And so now you got a wall full of those now.
Yeah. I got to make room in the office, because I got all kinds of like just inspirational stuff on my wall. Bible quotes. I got a big picture of me and Maverick. Like I got me and Shelby wedding picture. I got I got this one right here. I can show y'all. You can see that form on that jump shot, Damon. That's me in college.
All right.
So it's on the canvas.
Yeah.
There you go.
Jump shot. Yeah. So you know, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. I got a bunch of pictures in here of my, you know, my sports heroes and just stuff to keep me motivated.
So you got the your I saw your size of your picture. How big are their pictures? About like that?
Yeah, yep, they're all about the same size. Yep.
Oh, they're gonna say
Like
they're not smaller than you.
No, I didn't shrink them down to make me look better. Yeah.
You know, just a question. You know, sometimes. Because I mean, it is your house.
Right.
Right. So you so I'm sure you're working on some other things that you probably gonna try to patent, copyright.
Yeah, absolutely. Me and my partner, man, we got, like I said, a couple other things coming down the pipeline, and then I'm working on a real big project with 4 of my childhood best friends. We're all fathers, husbands, entrepreneurs.
Wonderful.
And it's something geared towards the young Black inner city males.
Okay.
You know, about the premise behind it, without giving it away, it's basically we're focusing on the importance of choosing your friends early, because they can affect you positively or negatively later on in life. So it's a big project, man. We're working on it all this year, and hopefully we'll be ready to launch it sometime in 2022.
Okay. Yeah. Our young men need it.
Young men, young women.
Yes.
Yep.
Who your friends are make a big difference.
Absolutely.
More of a difference than your family will.
Yep.
Because that's who you with all the time. So
that's it.
Right.
That's it.
So yeah, I like that.
Well, I'm glad you surrounded yourself with good friends, good people.
Yeah. It's a blessing. It's just a blessing, man. Because that, you know, I could easily be, you know, out here in the streets, or you know, not, you know, and it all goes back to my village, right? You know, my parents, like I said in the bio, my mom, I didn't have an option going to church. Like, it was mandatory.
Look, ours didn't either.
Yeah, I know, right? You know, so that definitely makes a difference. And now that I'm older and I'm a father, Maverick, he doesn't have an option to go to church. Now, what he does when he turns 21, you know, that's on him. But
there you go.
Once you plant that seed, it won't leave him.
That's right.
Yeah, they may not go regularly, but they'll still understand what it's about.
We planted on good soil, so we just waiting for the Lord.
Yep.
You do what He does.
So
that's it.
Yep. So Tim, you got anything else, man?
No, that was all I had. I'm just loving them.
So is there one thing that you would like to share with our listeners that you haven't shared or thought you want to leave with them?
Absolutely. Whatever you've been sitting on, ideas, aspirations, goals, you know, you have plans to start your own business, or, you know, even it's a job you want to apply for that you don't think you qualify for, just jump out there. You never know where it could get you. Put your faith in God, pray, do the prep work, and just do it, because life is short. You don't want to leave this earth with regrets. You know, that's another thing I learned during this pandemic, man. We got to live every day like it's our last. So don't wait. Do some things that you always wanted to do that you never done, because tomorrow isn't promised.
Not at all. And I'm glad you said that, because there are so many things that I can do. Like when Steve Harvey put that book out. Everything he said in that book, just about, except for that 90-day rule. Everything I've been telling people that for years.
Yep.
I'm like, well, I'll be doggone.
Right.
I could have wrote that book, and I think all of us of a certain age, and when I say a certain age, I mean adults, have something in our thought process over the years that we just sat on, like you said, and looked up, and somebody else came out with it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So
and that's why I'm glad you young people are doing that right now. You know
right. And I'm glad somebody young.
You are never too old to learn or do anything.
Never.
Nope. When you stop learning, it's time for you to them throw some dirt in your face.
That's it. That's it, Damon. Yeah. I agree.
Right. So we appreciate that. I didn't ask you, are your parents still alive?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm blessed. They'll be celebrating 49 years of marriage June 4th.
All right. Congratulations.
So yeah, And I hear y'all, what, 35 for you too?
35,
Yeah.
be 36 this year.
Yeah.
See, I did a little homework. So yeah, happy early anniversary. And you know, it's couples like you guys and my parents that, you know, that's what I want to strive to be like. You know, me and Shelby, we working on 7 years in August.
Right.
So
that's right.
we just it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. But yeah, definitely it's good to see long lasting couples like yourselves. So I appreciate you guys.
It wasn't until I really went to church that I said, "What? They've been married that long?"
Yeah.
Right.
Because I didn't even know people work this long. You know what I'm saying? 40 and 50, 60 years. You be like, what?
but yeah, and I'll leave you with this, and we'll let you get back to your family. Just make sure that the two of you always be honest with each other, respect each other, and forgive each other.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
That's if you can do those 3 things, everything else is piece of cake.
Yeah, just edify each other. Edify each other.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna give you time to say one more thing if you got it.
Man, I appreciate y'all again for the platform. It's been a pleasure and an honor. Shout out to Jamisha. She was the plug.
Yes,
Jamisha. I often say everybody needs a Jamisha on their team because she just extraordinary, man.
Oh, yes, she is.
Yeah. Actually, that's how I met Shelby. We were at Jamisha's 35th birthday party, I believe.
Downtown.
And that's how. Yep. At I forget the name. Right there in Greektown.
In Greektown.
Yeah.
Mix.
Right. Was that that was the same night my family reunion was downtown, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yep.
And she
back in 2011.
Right. We left the Hotel Renaissance, I think, where we were staying at, and came over to
came over to the party. That little place
that's the same night I met Shelby.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was off the hook.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I say, girl, you know 1 million people. Why you got this?
But I think
I know, right?
I'm beginning to think everybody does have a Jamisha in their life.
Right.
the original, one and only. And I don't know if you did it, but say hello to your parents.
Huge shout out to my mom and dad. You know, my pastors, they like my best friends, man. I talk to them every day, and they both, by the grace of God, they both had COVID and they beat it. So I'm just thankful. I'm just thankful that they still here with me. So yeah, definitely big shout out to my mom and dad.
Sure. Wonderful. Amen. All right, it's been a pleasure, Travis.
Yeah, so we're gonna let you go, but we thank you for coming on. We enjoyed you.
My pleasure.
Yeah. And you too.
Thanks for having me.
Be fruitful.
Tell that wife and that son we said hello.
Will do.
All right.
And like I said, Damon, I got the address. So I'll be sending y'all another pack. I got something special for y'all. I'm gonna be sending.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. We like,
sure do.
We like gifts.
All right.
Look, God got me.
God got me.
That's right.
Yeah. Get you. If you ain't got one, get one.
All right. Then. Have a good one, sweetie. Kiss and
all
love
right.
the wife.
God
for
bless
me.
y'all.
Bless you.
Okay,
too.
we'll do. All right. Have a good one.
I love it.